of biochemistry, right? We all know that in any kind of living organism means the organism which has life, right? So in any kind of living organism, we came across biochemical reactions, right? Now, what is the meaning of this biochemical reaction? So, biological reaction and its chemical aspects both came together and forms biochemical reaction. Fine? This is the meaning of that biochemical word. Now, this biochemistry is actually applicable to each and every biochemical reactions. Fine? It can occur in wood, it can occur in different types of another ones. For an example, in human body, the digestive system or the digestion is an example of biochemical reaction. Then we have another one which is the metabolism. Metabolism is also one kind of biochemical reaction, right? DNA replication, again a kind of biochemical reaction. So we can came across different aspects or different points in biochemistry. Okay, from that a new branch came into existence, which is known as biotechnology. What we need to do here? In this particular chapter, we will study the biochemical applications of, or we will study the chemical aspects of biotechnology. Fine? For that, let's understand what is actually biotechnology is. So, biotechnology can be defined as the application of life sciences to chemical synthesis. Okay, it is an application or the knowledge of that particular life sciences is applied to chemical sciences. This is the meaning of biotechnology. Biotechnology. Okay, both combines together and makes our life easier. To that, when we add a chemical perspective, it is known as chemical aspects of biotechnology. Fine. So biotech has increasingly important role in the direct production of specialty chemicals via fermentation, such as citric acid, lactic acid, propane 1,3-diol and some amino acids. It proves a very important role. We all know that amino acids are a very important part of our life, are very important part of our body's structure, because amino acids are responsible for protein synthesis, and protein is an integral part of our body, right? If protein is there, then growth is there. If it is not there, then growth will not be happening. So protein is very important for recovery, for immunity, for any other kind of cell repair processes also. So for living organisms, protein plays a very important role, and for protein, amino acid plays a very important role. So for the manufacturing of amino acids, we have to use this biotechnology aspect. Okay, other uses of biotechnology can be discussed elsewhere. For an example, production of biofuels, right? We can produce biofuels with the help of biotechnology. We can take an example of bioethanol. We can take an example of biodiesel, etc. Biofuels are the fuels which cause minimum impact on environment. That means it causes minimum effect or minimum pollution in the environment. The production of basic feedstocks such as synthesis gas like carbon monoxide and hydrogen from biomass. It is known as biogas. Production of biogas is nowadays very common in our rural areas and is widely used, right? So we can do many other things. We can generate cell lines along with it. We can generate different parts of our human body. Like we can generate a skin. A 3D skin production can be done with the use of knowledge of biotechnology. These things are not only possible by the knowledge of biotechnology. For that, we need to have a knowledge of chemistry also, right? So we can produce certain organs, we can produce skin, we can produce certain type of cell lines with the use of biotechnology, right? It actually gives its applications in various fields. Here, we will begin with the applications of biotechnology. in agriculture. Okay? We all know that India is an agricultural land. We are a country which is mainly based on agriculture. So for us, it is very, very important that if we can generate or we can develop certain things in agriculture, or a technology can be developed in agriculture, then we can move ahead, or we can be a number one, or we can take a number one position in the world. Right? Because we are a country of farmers. So when we deal with that, we have to understand it properly. Okay? It gives tremendous benefits in agriculture till now, and there are chances that in future we will get better opportunities through biotechnology in agriculture. The examples we will see in our next slides. Let's move ahead with it here. We have modern biotechnology. Okay, we are talking about modern biotechnology. We are not talking about the older one, which is only and only applicable to the biological reactions. Okay, this one is applicable, or this has the aspects which involves chemical reactions, biotechnological reactions, etc. Right? So it represents the distinctive applications of science that can be used for the betterment of society through the development of crops with improved nutritional quality, resistance to pests and diseases, and reduced cost of production, and vice versa. Right? We can reduce the cost of production, we can reduce the cost of storage, we can actually make our technology cost effective with the use of biotechnology, right? Let's say for an example, we have an apple. Okay, the apple will be transported from J&K to Gujarat. So it will take minimum 4 or 5 days, right? So in between them, certain types of material or certain apples will get destroyed, right? Because of environmental effect, because of temperature, because of certain kind of storage conditions. But if we have an apple which gets ripened after some time, right? So we can get a proper form of apple when it reaches to our land. This is a simple example. We have already applied this technology to tomatoes because tomatoes get crushed when we transport them. So if we have a gene, or if we can develop a gene which can get or which can be effective after 4 or 5 days, then we can transport tomatoes, or we can make it cost effective, right? This is a very simple example of modern biotechnology's application in our agriculture field. Let's see another ones. Okay, so certain crops are enriched with the nutrients to reduce the malnutrition of the children in developing countries. We all know that we are a developing nation, and our children, many number of children faces malnutrition. So if they get proper nutrition from their food, then this condition can be improved. Okay, let's take an example of it. Golden rice is developed. What do you mean by this golden rice? So golden rice contains very high amount of retinol and vitamin K, which is very important for the growth of a child, right? Similar way, second example is potato. We all know that potato. Okay, this is potato, which is genetically engineered. Okay, these products are known as genetically engineered products. In India, that produces about 1/3 to 1/2 more protein than the usual, right? So more protein, more growth. More growth, the malnutrition can be decreased. This is the main aim of the genetically engineered, or main aim of our biotechnology. Okay. Next example that we can take here is disease protective plants. Till now, what we do in agriculture, we add certain kind of medicines or certain kind of pesticides or something like that after the plant has been grown. But if we have a disease protecting genes in their seed stage only, right, then we can produce a plant in which that particular disease can't be generated. Let's understand it, that how it is possible. So the common soil bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, which is known as Bt genes, have been inserted to build up a particular protein in cotton crop. This is the example. Okay. Now Biotech crops require less flowing and tilling since many plants are modified to be inherently resistant to herbicides that can be used more and more effectively. Right? So here what we will do, we will find out the gene which is responsible for that particular disease. Okay, we can remove that particular gene, or if we know that this gene will protect the plant against any kind of disease, then we will insert that gene and we create it at a base level, at a seed level, and it gives rise to the better plant which is known as disease protecting plant. It actually gives us, or basically using this conversion or conservation tillage, it helps to conserve water from rainfall, from irrigation, and irrigation increases water absorption, it limits the soil erosion and compaction. In that manner it is beneficial for the plant, beneficiary for the farmers, and beneficiary for each and every person who is involved with that particular plant or with that particular crop. Right? In this manner we can create it. Fine? This is all for this session. Next we will see in our next session.